Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. How you doing? Long time no talk. So in today's video, we're gonna be doing this beautiful purpley pinky eye for Valentine's Day. We're gonna start off with that lavender-esque shade right there as our transition shade, and pop that in our transition shade. I already primed my eyes, by the way, with the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Concealer in Cookie Dough. Don't mind the eyebrows. They kind of, that one just did not want to stay at all. I don't know. My right eye is really watery, so yeah. It was not a good day to do makeup, but it's okay. But yeah, we're going to be using that lavender-esque shade. We're going to pop that as our transition shade. It's going to come out a little bit more pink because I actually used that brush to blend out the overall look at the same time too. So it had other colors on it, but it works. But it's a really light pink shade. It just came out like more purple. So yeah, we're gonna build that a couple of times in our crease because I have to do the most when doing just a simple transition. Your transition shade doesn't have to be as potent or as prominent because it's just a basic shade, but for me it does. So we're gonna take this purple shade and we're literally just gonna shimmer that right in the center of our crease area looking thing. Yeah, like legitly, like just right there. Don't ask me why. You can blend it all the way to just the outer part of the eye if you want, but I just wanted it right there. I literally just put it right there. And I blended it a little bit, I don't know. I like to blend as I go, which takes me probably why it takes me forever to do my looks, but yeah, I like to blend as I go-ish type situation. I don't know. My right eye and my left eye never looked like twins, but they're like distant cousins. So, I mean, it's the same steps I did on the other eye. Just, yeah. They just never look like the same. By the way, I'm totally doing this on my right eye. So we're going to mix that pinky purple shade with that purple shade type situation. And it's going to create a really pretty pinky purple look thingy. I don't even know what you call that color, but you could have went in with one or the other, one in the crease and one in the outer V, and created an effect that same way, give it more a little bit of definition. But I like to be extra and just mix them. I really highly debated on going in with a black or a darker purple on the outer part, just to darken it up or deepen it up, but I just decided to leave it alone. I like the way it looks. It's a really pretty look. I won't say it's the easiest look to do because mixing and blending and whatever of another, but we only used 8 shades, so only 8. So this was supposed to be a talk through type tutorial but situation, but my nephew decided to come in towards the end and I just kind of got in the way because yeah, sorry, and I also sneezed. So I didn't actually end up finishing the whole eye look on camera. I did my eyeliner and mascara and my brow bone off camera on this eye because my nephew was beggy. But I love the little frog. I'll be nice. I love the little frog to death. I wouldn't change it for the world. But he's pain. Sneeze again. So, anyway, I blended that pink shade across the transition shade across the top part, and now we're gonna take this bluish purple and yeah, shimmy that on the lid. When I first initially did this look, that was an accident. I was trying to go for the shade next to it and I accidentally dipped into that one, and I was like, well, it's already on the brush, let's try it. And it worked. I mean, whatever. So we're gonna go in with that purple shade and then take that pink shade on the inner part. So I'm just going to be blending that bluish purple with that purple. My nose itches. Oh my god. I just got out the shower. But yeah. So I'm going in with that pink shade now. We're using the same brush. I just wiped it off on my little makeup wipe in between type situation. And yeah. So that's pretty much the eye look. I went in with a white eyeshadow on the brow bone or whatever, and I took the same brush that I used to do the outer part with no extra product and just shimmied that. So, you know, here's my nephew. Anyway, we're back. This is the face part, y'all. We're gonna be taking the Tatcha Silk Liquid Silk Canvas as well as the Milk Pore Eclipse Primer Situations for mattifying pores. I take like a pump and a half of the Tatcha. I had cat hair on my nose, and you know, put it on my under eyes, my nose, my upper lip area, and we're just going to blend that out. I'm like, what? I have two hands. So, you know, I usually generally just go in with one hand. I don't know, it's out of habit, but you know, blend that to the skin. I don't really like take it all over my face. I just generally put that primer area in my under eye T-zone type situation. Now going in with the Pore Eclipse. Now I use this one all over my face. Again, I squeeze out not a lot, but a lot. And then I just generally pop that all over the face, like even on top of the Tatcha Silk Canvas sometimes. Just like I did there, you know, because I kind of did pump out way too much. But I generally put that where I don't put the Tatcha, which is like the forehead and the outer part of the cheeks and my chin. And then I'm cleaning off the Tatcha because it was kind of like spewing product situation. And yeah, I was gonna go in with my Charlotte Tilbury foundation, but she was looking a little rough, and I'm a little salty about it because that's like my favorite foundation. I'm like, ew. Like you can see the disgust on my face. I'm like, gross. All right. Anyway, she's a little expired. I mean, I ain't used her in a while, so. But we're taking the Sephora Best Skin Ever foundation, and we're gonna pop that on our thing. I actually use a lot. I was actually surprised. Like, this foundation is nice. I'm gonna have a review on it. Like, I've been testing it out for a while now, so I think I can give you my final thoughts on it. I got this because of Makeup by Torrance. I seen him use the concealer, and then I think he did a video with the foundation as well, or it might have been Pretty Silky Silk that did a foundation video. But I originally picked this up because I see Makeup by Torrance use the concealer, and I was like, well, yeah. So I just got the foundation. And I actually got a shade that actually matches. I was surprised. I was like, what? So, you know, my bald-headed ass. I actually just went on and put the rest of the foundation that was on my hand on my face. This foundation is not a heavy foundation. Now, it can look a little dry, and it was looking a little dry when I was putting it on, but, like, as I wear it, like, it did my makeup, it doesn't look as bad. So, and she has some coverage. I don't do full coverage. I don't care for it. Like, I have acne scars. There's a piece of cat hair behind my ear. Did y'all see that? Is it still there? Because, bitch, no, look. It probably is still there. It's still there. And then more cat hair. Breakfast having cats, yeah. The hair it's actually just one cat that sheds. But yeah, so I am taking the Best Skin Ever concealer in the shade 26 in. I have two shades, but I used to say 26 in, which is the lighter. I have the shade 26 in and 28.5 in, and yeah. Sometimes I like to highlight the center part of my face as well. Not all the time, but sometimes. And I did it today. It doesn't look bad. I don't dislike it. I don't dislike it. It's not something I would do every time I do my face. I generally just like to highlight the under eyes just because I don't like to bring too much light and attention to the other parts of my face. So, I also take a little trick from Makeup by Torrance. He did a whole video using the new Juvia's Place Radiant Foundation. And the way he did his concealer is he buffs it inwards instead of outwards. Normally, I would go outwards because I use the extra product to, like, clean up the outer part of my eyeshadow. But I actually like it. It actually works. I'm like, what? That's a nice little trick. Now, would I do it all the time? Probably not, because old habits die hard. But, like, I don't know if y'all can tell, Like, I literally just went inwards mostly and not really go outwards towards the outer part of my eye. Like, I also do that because I like to drag the concealer up because it gives me more of a cat eye. Again, not really cat eye, but it makes my eye look more seductive, I guess you could say. But I really like this. Now, this eye, my left eye, was a lot easier to blend out because I let the concealer, that was the last place I blended. So the concealer kind of set a little bit and it was a lot easier. It wasn't as watery. It was like a little thick, like it was starting to set type of situation. That's a nice little tip if you want a little bit more coverage with your concealers, is let it sit for a little bit to thicken, like almost set, and then blend it out. It gives you a little bit more coverage. For me, it's a little bit more easier to blend when it's not as watery as it was when I was blending out my other face. Now the other part of my face, I don't really care because it's just like, it is what it is. Blend it out, be done. But like my under eyes, I like to let it sit a little bit before I blend it out. Now we're gonna be taking the Laura Mercier Ultra Blur powder, and this is in Translucent Honey. This is not a super brightening under eye powder for me. Like, I wanted a little bit more bright, and that's when I would go with my Huda Beauty powder. But I was like, on my camera, it looked a lot brighter. So I'm like, okay, yeah, it's okay, you know. But in real life, it's really not that bright. It literally just blended into my skin. But it doesn't it doesn't like sink into my pores, and it doesn't like make my concealer look clumpy. Like, my skin looks so flawless. Like, you can still in person still see my acne scars, but for the most part, like, my pores and all my dry eyes is smooth. They're not crepey, you know, whatever. And I also took that I did that powder where I put all my other concealer, and there's damn cat hair. Yeah. But I am also going to be using the ColourPop Pretty Fresh powder. And girl, I was like, ooh, she dark. But she really is not dark. Like, once I, like, finished all over my face and, like, sprayed it down or whatever, it's fine. I was like, ugh. On my camera, like, looking at my phone versus what I look like in person, the powder looks a lot darker than what it is. And I was freaking out for a second. But I'm telling y'all, my skin is matching. I haven't used this powder in a long time, y'all. It is actually on the chopping block. So I am going to be decluttering my collection again. Just so y'all know. But yeah. I had a bristle on my neck from my eyeshadow brush, because my Morphe brushes like to shade like wildflower. So yeah, we're taking this Avion spray, and we are super soaking that hoe, girl. You know, I love to spray my face after I put my powder down, because it allows the powder to sink into the skin, and it gives a little bit more flawless finish. I mean, for me, I feel like it does. So yeah, we gonna let that dry down a little bit. And then we're going to go in with our Morphe Contour Bronzer Palette situation, which I despise. I'm going to declare that as well. I don't like it. It's not bad. I got a dark shade. I got the darker one, and it just, I don't like it that much. So I ended up mixing the bronzers because that one bronzer was just like, not doing it. But I looked a little bit red. I mean, once I blended it out and stuff, it was fine. But on camera, I come off a little red, and I don't, again, it's my phone, so. I keep thinking there's something on my head, and I forget there's a mole there. So that little dot, y'all see, those are moles, okay. I have 2 moles on my head. Actually, I have more than 2, but those are 2 visible ones. They're on my left side, by the way. My camera's flipped, like vice versa, whatever. I was looking at my cat. She was climbing in my box. I have not a box, it's a basket. I have my grandma's floral basket thing in my closet situation, and yeah, she was in it. So yeah, you know, looking like a oompa doopity doo. But yeah, like, I'm telling y'all, in person, it's not that red. I don't know. I just don't like this bronzer palette, by the way, either. So, but yeah. So we're going to mix a blush and that brightener shade to create the blush. because I didn't want a too pinky blush, but I didn't want a too nudie type blush. I don't have any other blushes in my collection. And this is it, y'all. You can use eyeshadow, it works the same. I want to be doing again another video when I declutter and tell y'all why I'm decluttering these situations, but you can use eyeshadow to create blush. Like y'all gonna see my highlight I want to put on is eyeshadow. It works. I mean, it's not the most vibrant thing, but I wasn't going for boom in your face, because if I want boom in your face, I'll go to my Give Me Glows eyeshadows. Those give a whopping beam to the face, but I'm just using this Juvia's Place eyeshadow. It's not even my palette, it's my mom's palette. I need to return it, but I haven't returned it yet, obviously. I need to give it back to her because I really don't use it that often. I use it today for my brows, but that's about it. And then the highlight. So we're gonna use the Milani Make It Last. This is a new bottle, and we're gonna set that makeup, baby. This is my drugstore option, and yeah, I was feeling my face because she was pretty. She's popping. I was feeling it. So for the lips, y'all, I did mess up, and it's gonna cut away, and then y'all are gonna see the initial color that I did because I wanted a dark purple look lip situation, and yeah, this was not it. So I started it off with my lifter gloss, and then I went in with a dark purple eyeshadow on top of that, and yeah, that was a bad idea. So here I am going in with my NYX butter gloss and clear. I was trying to pull the stopper out because I have big lips and I hate double dipping like a lot to get my lips to get as glossy as I want it, but I couldn't get the stopper out. But yeah, I'm going to be taking this hot pink eyeshadow. Yes ma'am, I said eyeshadow. And I'm going to do it a couple times on 2 different fingers because you don't want to dip that glossy finger back into that eyeshadow. And boom, that's our lip color, baby. Who needs more lipsticks when you have eyeshadow? Compromise. Anyway, bye.